So you're looking to get into real estate, or you want to up your real estate game, and you are looking at which real estate company is the cheapest, right? Which one's going to be the best for you? Well, in this video, we're going to break that down, so stick around. What's up, everybody? This is Tim Whittemore with the Whittemore Group here with LPT Realty up here on the Emerald Coast of Florida. That's right on the Panhandle. If this is your first time to our channel, we do tons and tons of videos about everything you need to know about brokerage and about being a successful agent. They always say that you are the sum of the 5 voices you surround yourself with. Let me be one of those voices to help guide you. I've been through the single agent, I've been a team agent, buyer's agent, listing specialist, ops manager, and now as a team lead. So let's see what we can do to help you so you don't have to make the same mistakes that I did. All right, so which real estate company is the cheapest? So I've been asked this question before. And my immediate question back to the agent or potential agent that had asked me that was, why is this important? There was something that somebody had mentioned to me years ago that always stuck with me that says, price is only an issue in the absence of value. I'll say it again. Price is only an issue in the absence of value. So if you are going into a company, especially as a newer agent or even an experienced agent, and they have a pretty gross split. Gross, right? it just isn't much, right? And you're wondering, okay, if I'm only going to be getting 25%, 30%, 50%, or 60% of the entire commission, what am I getting in return for this, right? What is it that I'm getting back? Okay. You could also go into a brokerage and they'd be like, here's 100% of your commissions. You only got to pay me $100, $200, $500 per transaction. Okay, great. And some of those companies as well will be like, yeah, we're going to do this. However, we have some other fees. What other fees could there be? Well, you could have a monthly fee. Monthly fee, technology fee, desk fee. If you have a desk at an office somewhere, E&O. Right? Errors and omissions, it could be taking that out each one, could be a broker review fee. There's a ton of different fees that go into this. And when we talk about commission splits, there's also something else that bigger companies that are franchised would are franchised. So anybody with Realty, you've got your ERAs, your Coldwell Bankers. You also have the Keller Williams, the Century 21, Better Homes Garden. Most of these are big names that you see all throughout the country. And because of that, they have a franchise and they got to pay a franchise fee, the broker does. And that's typically another 5%. So if you're on a 70-30 split, you're not really on a 70-30 split. You're more on a 65-35 split to the brokerage. So just keep that in mind if you do go to somebody that does have a franchise name. Now, there are big names out there that aren't franchises, but definitely ask that question. But again, let's go back. So if it is going to be expensive to be with these brokerages, first things you got to do is, well, what am I going to get for it? Do they have good training? Let me tell you something. Everybody boasts they have the best training. Every state, every broker that I've ever interviewed with said, they got the best training. I've got the best technology. Okay, whatever. It's all the same stuff. If you're looking into training, make sure that the trainer is somebody that you're going to jive with. Make sure that they actually have some sort of written program, some sort of, I guess it wouldn't have to be written, but maybe something that actually has a syllabus to it, or something that's got a bunch of videos or something like that online for you to follow. Okay? So make sure that that's there. And if there's an instructor there or you have a mentor of some sort that actually has your vested interest, that's something to consider when it comes to that. Okay? What else are you going to get? Are you going to get signs? Are they paying for business cards? Are they paying for fees for you? Are they paying for MLS fees? Now, I don't know a lot of those brokerages or teams that do that. However, if they are taking a lion's share of your commission, okay, how much, what else am I going to get for that? The other part is support. Is there going to be somebody there that's actually going to answer my questions when I have questions? Is there somebody that's going to help me onboard if I'm brand new because I don't know anything of what I'm doing right now? Is there a system behind that? those are some things that you also want to consider. So that's basically what you're going to be looking for. Now, not only that, you want to have transaction support. Transaction support could be, if you're paying a good portion, could be a transaction coordinator that is actually doing everything from where you've got your under contract all the way to closing. Now, certain teams, like my team, have a dedicated transaction coordinator, and they do basically everything for the agent. They just need to check in every once in a while and, make sure that the repairs and limits and coordination of that's all good to go, the realtor stuff. And then they show up for closing and smile, get a picture, sign, hand over some keys, get a nice little check at closing. So there's some good stuff that comes with that. All right. So definitely check out fees. Splits aren't everything in the absence of value. Okay. Your 100% brokerages or your boutique brokerages could have somebody that's the main lead, kind of like a team is, where they have a team lead that's there to kind of guide you through everything. So as you kind of look at all these different parts here, what is it that I'm going to be able to get a hold of, and are they going to help me procure business? Now, a lot of people are like, where is this business? The brokerage or team supposed to supply me with all the leads, and some of them do that. Okay, and that's part of the value that you're going to be looking at. But what you should really be looking at is this team, is this brokerage going to train me to have the skills that if I decided that I wanted to become a broker myself, or if I decided I wanted to go to another brokerage, I could literally take the skills that I've got and go somewhere else where I fit better, or a better model comes out. Real estate agents jump brokerages all the time. Okay, so which one's going to be the best for me, and did I get the tools that I needed to go somewhere? Did I evolve? Are they teaching me what I need to go into the next step of my career? If the answer is yes, then you've picked a good one. All right. So a lot of the times you'll go in and they'll be like, yeah, I want 100% of my commissions. Okay. However, they're not providing any support, but we see the commissions. You're like, oh, I'm worth this amount. I should be getting paid more in commission. Well, I had somebody at a conference that I went to not too long ago, and we're sitting in there and they were talking about team support. We were having a discussion of what split should we take from our agents, because we're as a team lead, you're still under a brokerage. So currently, the Whittemore Group is under a brokerage, which is LPT. So the brokerage has a fee, and then the team has a fee. And they were talking about the team fees and how much everything else that you should be taking. And there was the 50-50 split, and they were like, oh, well, I want to give them an 80-20 split and then cap them at this amount, or what have you, right? And then a guy came up, and he goes to a person sitting right in front of me, and he goes, would you rather have 100% of your commission, or would you rather make $100,000? And the guy just sat there. And of course, to be smart, he's like, I want both. He's like, well, you can't have both. Would you rather, if you could only pick one, would you rather have 100% of your commissions or $100,000? No, seriously, most people would be like, I'm just $100,000, right? I'll make $100,000, sure, because 100% of nothing is still nothing. So if you're not getting as a support, you're not building the momentum for an agent, you're not getting the skills that you need. Again, commission is only, or price is only an issue in the absence of value. So whatever that value is for you, especially as a newer agent, you need to get in there. And even though it may kind of suck at the beginning, it's about closing deals and getting that experience early. If at that time that you realize that your values aren't aligning with the broker or the team that you're with, go ahead and switch. That's exactly what you should go with. But know that the fees aren't necessarily going to deem success for you or not. Now, there are definitely ways, and you can certainly overpay going into anything, really. There's a lot of opportunities to fail in this industry by paying for specific leads, being promised the world and getting nothing, and being a little bit upset. But really, at the end of the day, it's our fault because we made the decision to go with, those certain choices. So it is a learning experience that can be pretty fun. But my biggest thing to you is make sure you see what each one is going to. Interview multiple brokerages, interview multiple teams, and really ask the questions, what's going to matter for you when it comes to the fees? If it's going to make you a successful agent, it's going to make you a successful agent in the long run, that's the one that you're going to go with. And something else that's not tangible. If it feels good to you, if it feels like you're a fit with that certain community, then I would say right then and there, go for it. There's something about that gut feeling that just makes everything click and jive. And if you find that, jump on it, and hopefully we'll see you being very successful here in the future. All right, well, that's all I have for this video here. If you do have any questions about anything I mentioned here, go ahead and leave it in the comments below about cheaper brokerages or fees or anything like that. I'd love to hear your stories. Please do try to keep it positive if you can. And of course, if you are considering getting into real estate and have some questions, or even coming over to LPT Realty, please reach out to me. I'm always happy to chat with you. Send me an email, shoot me a text, find me on social media, give me a call, whatever you got to do. I'd love to help any way that I can. But again, my name's Tim Whittemore with the Whittemore Group here with LPT Realty. We'll see you in our next video. Take care.